it for me and just use the gifts that I have been gifted with, that I started to find purpose in it and find what my mission is, and find, that success isn't always money, and it's happiness and joy, and doing something with purpose and helping other people along the way. So
wonderful. So I'm wondering, when you think back at like the moments you graduated and then suddenly your life had to change, and the struggle you had to go up there, those times when you faced fear, how did you approach it, and how did you ultimately overcome those fearful, stressful situations?
Wow, I think the best way to do that is just to keep going. Because one of my fears, which is kind of a weird fear, but one of my fears was, walking across the graduation stage. I was just afraid, because I was a transfer student. I was afraid that like not many people would clap for me. And because I remember going to a high school graduation of my friends, and like she was on homeschool, so people didn't clap when her name came up. And I was just kind of riddled with fear from that point. And so the fact that I continued to just walk across that stage was like a huge step for me, because I was able to face my fear, even though I was still fearful in the moment, but I was able to not let it hinder me in the process,
When you look back at the things that you've done and experienced, what would you say has been the best advice that you've ever received?
Wow. It's a good question. I'm like, I have to think about that.
Sure. I like to throw people off every once in a while.
I would say just follow your gut, because a lot of times you have people telling you what you should do or what they think you need to do. But a lot of times we know what we need to do, but because other people say to do other things or whatever, we kind of bring ourselves back into like this cage and just say yes to what they're saying for our lives instead of just doing what we know to do.
Excellent. Well, Sasha, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I really appreciate it. If the listeners would like to buy your book, see more of your writing, see your vintage photos, where is the best place they can go to do this?
Okay, so my website is sashafrank.com, and they can actually purchase the book that way, or at least pre-order it, as well as on Amazon. And as far as Instagram, it's instagram.com/Sasha Frank.
Excellent. All one word, Sasha Frank?
Yes, SASHAFRANK.
Excellent. Perfect. And I will make sure to put all of those in the show notes. Excellent. Well, Sasha Frank, thank you so much. Author of the new book coming out soon, introducing Sasha Frank. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Advance Your Art podcast. If you like this episode, please go into iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button so that every single time I release a new episode, it will go directly to you without even thinking about it. If you're interested in hearing older episodes, please go to advanceyourart.com, where you can find the catalog of everything I've done so far, as well as contact information and projects I'm working on. Thank you again, and have a great day.